This is not a tutorial, and I've never seen this problem before. Okay, let's just start with the base case here. So if n is 1, return 1. Okay, so this just seems like a recursion problem, I guess. The recursion part is simple, but the actual like solving part is a little harder. Recursion part, let's just say, or we can even do const recur, sure, I don't know, is equal to count and say n minus 1. So that's going to get the result for n minus 1. And then what we need to do with this is we need to get the run length encoding of recur. Let's have a result string, and let's start it as empty. And then we're just going to loop through recur and then look at the character that is there. So for let I in 0, I less than recur.length, I plus plus. We're going to consider the characters in recur. So let's think about the first element first, recur at I. So we're going to need a lot of variables, I'm predicting. But let's have one called current digit, okay? And that'll be empty for now. Okay, so in every iteration of this for loop, you want to check the character that you're considering with cur digit. So if recur at I is equal to cur digit, that means that you've already seen this digit before. So like if you're on the second 3, cur digit would probably be 3, and then recur I would also be 3. So if they're the same, you don't want to change cur digit because it's the same. You want to add to your count, which I haven't made yet. So let's make a count. Let count is equal to 0. You just do count plus plus in here. Now comes the tricky case, which is, okay, if you're not the same as recur at I. So like, for example, at the very beginning, when you first see this 3, you're like, cur digit will obviously not be equal to the 3. So you should set cur digit to that 3, and then you should increment count by 1. Actually, we should set count to 1, because that includes a reset, which is count to 0, and then count plus plus. So that'll like loop through and then do the logic for that. Now we need to add to result, because we haven't done anything with result yet. Once you switch over, so like if you're at this 3 and then you see this 2, right? Then you should print 2, 3, because you're done with that sequence of 3s. So this is the case where you switch over. So before you do all this resetting stuff, you should say result plus equals. So say we had count at this point should be 2 because there's 2 3s, and then cur digit should be 3. So we want to add count to result and then cur digit to result. So to do that, you'd say count dot to string, and then after that you would want cur digit. And then one edge case I can think of is at the very beginning, cur digit is going to be empty, and you don't want to say like 0 nothings, right? You don't want that. So if cur digit is this, or sorry, if it's not this, then you add to result. Otherwise, you just do or you always just do the resetting stuff. And then another edge case I'm thinking of is the very end, because at the very end, this 1 will be stored as the cur digit, but then we'll never like add it to result. So at the very end, we need to again do result plus equals this. And then you just return result. Okay, let's try that. And it works. So let's submit, and we got it. Okay, great. It's pretty fast too. Okay, so yeah, pretty easy. That's the video. Thanks for watching.